Hey everyone, welcome back to Automation. So today I am going to be building a land yacht, at least my interpretation of one. Out of this body here, I've already kind of chosen it. I just wanted to make sure that there was a good one in the repository there for us. I also went ahead and downloaded like 100 more mods because I haven't done that in a few months, and so there should be a lot more to work with today. It's going to be good. The reason why I'm making a land yacht is because this past weekend I bought a boat, which is great. It's the first time I've owned a boat in a few years. It's a 14-foot aluminum boat with a Mercury 9.9 four-stroke. 1975 land yacht. Steel, yeah. That's what we're going for. And I want to, I don't know. This thing just is making me think San Andreas right now, which is not really what I was going for. I was hoping for Grandma's land yacht that she refuses to sell for some reason. You know, I just thought about it, and it probably should be front transverse V8 as well, just to make it worse. Front wheel drive, please. With leaf springs on the back. Heck yes. So the funny part about these land yachts is that there's pretty much not even an implied sense of sportiness. They're just all completely huge and not powerful. Slow would be the best way to describe them. So probably one of the funniest part about these land yachts is that there's not even an implied sense of sportiness. It's all about luxury. It's about floating over the road. And I can get that. I mean, if you're going a lot of road trips, it makes a lot of sense to have something where you just float down the road. Cruise, not quick, but just cruise. And, I mean, you make it to your destination in style. There's a reason these cars stuck around for so long. Even when they were choked out like crazy in the 70s. Yes, that is some foreshadowing here. So this is not really the right body for this. It's kind of too new, but I'm thinking it'll be fine. I'm hopeful. Let's give it a try. Please keep in mind I am not a product of anywhere near the 70s, so I'm doing this based on pictures and memories of my grandma's old car. That's pretty much it. It looks like a K car, actually. That's probably the best description, but white is the color we need. And of course the cloth, or it could be leather, but I guess we'll just go cloth, dark colored piece here that's completely extra. No reason for it, but style points, I guess. I'm going to make the wheels chrome. I feel like that just makes sense for a car like this. And I think everything else there is good enough. Yeah. White, cloth, chrome, perfect. Okay, so I am designing this based on a Cadillac, and I have some reference pictures here, which I'll show you. That's pretty much the plan. This is like the one car I can't put a Mitsubishi Evo front end on, and I'm very disappointed. I am out of my comfort zone officially now. Starting off strong. Starting off very strong with the chin, actually. Here's what I'm going to do. This is going to get a little bit funky, but duplicate, mirror, shrink it. Currently it's made 3D. Then I'm going to try to get this to go on the sides without doing that. Otherwise, it's just not going to look right. That is actually not that bad. It wraps around pretty good. This sticks out too much. So I'm just going to bring it in a little bit, but other than that, like, bumper in place. Got a couple more things I want to do though. I feel like the front end is the easy part, the back end is not. That part is a lot more difficult to get right. If you take some of these guards and sort of line them up right here, then it looks more opulent, so that's what I'm going for. The ironic part is that my boat is very basic and not at all an opulent piece of machinery, but yeah, don't worry about it. This thing takes that place. Yes, please, and thank you. I'm gonna have to lower this down because it's riding a little high, but other than that, it's really looking the part, at least in my eyes. I think what I want to do is lower this grille down a little bit. Sort of there, maybe a little higher, because we got to fit a logo on here somewhere. And the biggest thing, the most important thing for the front end is getting the lights right. So let me see. There's not a lot of pre-built stuff that really works for this. I guess these probably are fine. Yeah, I mean, it looks a little lower class. It looks too sunk in, and that looks too far out. Okay, I can't find a balance. Now, what do you think about that? Is that land yachty enough? I'm not 100%, but I don't hate it. It looks okay. That's what I'd say. It looks okay. I think I can do more. There's still some gaps here that need to be filled. Now, these cars are not super busy. They're more like elegant, I would say. But that's not necessarily going to stop me from making it busy. I am a big fan of this, but it looks a little bit too much. So my alternative essentially is to kind of just fill that space with decoy lights or dummy lights, I guess. Okay, there you go. That's a lot of chrome. That's a lot of opulence. It needs some ornaments and such, so let me do that quick. Oh man, these are so cool. I gotta put these on a car one day. I have a terrible idea for this car, and I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. Essentially, we make the land yacht version now, and then we make the futuristic version next week. That's my thought. Something with this on there. Maybe a couple of these. Few too many, in fact. And maybe these as well. Just a thought. Just an idea. You can't tell me you don't see the inspiration, though. Like, can you see where this is going? As I've been thinking about adding a little more detail to the hood, I keep looking at superchargers and hood scoops, and man, it's just... This car has got some serious potential. Just a little something like this on there, and I think you can see the vision. Okay, front end done. We basically have our own custom Spirit of Ecstasy on the front, which is hilarious in my mind, with the automation logo and some wings and all that. It's like a runway down from this area here. I don't know. It's cool. It's pointless, but it's cool. I guess the same thing can be said for a lot of luxury vehicles. Pointless, but cool. I also tried to add a little bit extra hood detail, just some small stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to do something. Also picked out some wheels and tires here, which look pretty sweet. And it's on to the back, where things get more difficult. I feel like the front is decent. The lights, questionable. Everything else, pretty good, hopefully. Let's get on to the back, though. Gotta get done. Okay, so my example one is, again, a Cadillac for this. It's got some big lights all the way down here. I think I can start with that bumper. Definitely need some, like, chrome trim on the sides. Let me do that before I forget. Dang, I spent a while on these, and they didn't turn out amazing. Just trying to get, like, decent wheel covers on, but I don't know. They're just not quite turning out right. I might end up leaving it anyways. Feast your eyes on those. I think it completes the look. It's still way too tall. I gotta fix that too, but once it's lower, those will look better. I mean, we could channel something else from the 70s instead. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Okay, I'll admit I phoned in the back a little bit. It's not perfect. I also added flags to the front because the front turned out so good. Oh man, the back's so much more difficult. I don't know why. I just struggle. Okay, there it is. This is a bit of a mess. I'm actually going to delete the flags. They're too much. But other than that, the car is done. Goodness. Yikes. Well, I still haven't even made an engine for it. Hold on. Okay, let me rush through an engine for this car because I feel like it needs something terrible. Now, I have some pretty cool engines saved up here, but I'm just going to do something weird anyways. 1975. What do you expect? It's going to be a V8, of course. It can't be a 4-liter V8. That's just disrespectful. Maybe like, not 17. Maybe like an 8.3 liter. Oh, it won't even fit. Okay, it's a 9.6 liter V8. Dual push rods. I was going to say dual overhead cam. Not this time. Nah, you know what, 10 liters. It's a 10 liter V8, don't worry about it. Just the crappiest stuff. I normally do not build these types of engines, but I'm excited. Low compression, low everything, low RPM limit. No. Carburetor, eco carb, single carb. Yes, please. How much power is this going to make? Let's put leaded fuel in it, just regular, with a compact intake. Actually, that intake is terrible. That is the crappy carburetor on top. I'm going to switch it to just a regular carb. There we go. Okay, actually, I'm going to put a 2-barrel carb on it because I can't stand the look of that other one. So mid intake, just for the look. If it makes too much power, there's ways to change that. I'm also going to give it dual exhaust. And it'll have a cat, but nothing else. And it doesn't work. It's been a long time since I had an engine that just straight out of the gate did not work. But here we are. Okay, apparently the issue is that it's unbalanced, so we'll give it a harmonic dampener. But it does make 213 horses. I'm going to quickly tune it for fuel economy. 254 horsepower, that's too much. That is too much for this. We need more baffling. Cut out that power. Yeah, the RPM limit is extremely low. as you may expect. Okay, so I sort of artificially cut the power down to 185. I think that's more fair for what this thing is supposed to be. The carburetor is extremely small considering that this engine is almost 11 liters and it does only make 185 horses, but it does have pretty good torque, 603 Newton meters. It's torquey, but it's going to be very slow and very quiet as well. Let's give it a listen, let's see how it sounds. I didn't even hear it go through the test. That's how quiet it is. That is shockingly quiet. Okay, too much. Take off the second muffler. We just gained 15 horsepower by taking one muffler off. I hear absolutely nothing out of that. Let me just completely uncork it. I want to listen to this part. Yeah, I mean, there's not much there. Okay, so it still has... Oh, what happened? Okay, I fixed it. I don't know what was going on there, but it's fixed now. I knocked it down to 100 and I forgot that it's transfers. Oh my goodness. But I knocked it back down to 185. Let's do automatic. Let's make it a 3-speed. This is a crime against humanity. Open diff. Okay, radials, but it's going to be like utility tires. It doesn't need anything. 225s is probably good. 15-inch rims is probably also good. Just want to give the front... Nah, you know what? No offset, nothing like that. Steel. Keep it simple. Let's do solid discs on the front with 2 pistons, and it's going to have drum brakes on the back because, of course, no under tray, are you joking? Bench seats at the front and the back with a luxury interior. Make it nice. Hydraulic steering, advanced safety. Hydropneumatic suspension makes sense for something like this. It's still way, way, way too tall. There we go. That's a little bit better. Lower ride height. I was actually going to go and take out the leaf springs if that wasn't going to work, but that's decent by itself. That looks pretty good, all things considered. It's honestly pretty sporty, like 89% on this graph. Looking at the drivetrain, it might be a little ambitious to think that it can do much more than 200 kilometers an hour. I don't want to gear it like that. Man, oh man, this thing is going to be lazy. 12.3 seconds to 100. Whew. That's slow. That is very slow. But it'll be fine. Weight-wise, it's actually not that heavy, 185, even with a huge engine in the front. Traction is going to be really good because all the weight is here and all the drive is also here, so yeah, let me see this thing in BeamNG. I'm excited. Also, I was wrong. It's only a 10 liter, not 11. Front wheel drive, land yacht, coming through. Grandma's coming to the grocery store. Let's go. I like how they have everything organized now. Cars and trucks, automation. So good. So, so good. I have so much junk in here. It is overwhelming sometimes how much is just hiding out. Okay, big V8 is here and I'm ready to go. Let's see how it does. It translated into BeamNG pretty well. It's deadly silent, like there's no noise that comes out of it. Yeah, I don't know, there's something broken with the way that engine sounds are working because there's just nothing there. It's very awkward. Whoa, it is very screechy. Oh my goodness. Feels like a car chase in an old movie going on right now. I'm peeling one wheel with all that torque. The funny part is, oh man, the brakes are... There's no ABS. It locks up instantly. The funny thing is with this is that as I've been driving, I feel like I'm going the speed of light and I was under 100 kilometers an hour in first gear as well. I think we're in second now. She moving. Maybe this is third, I'm not sure. Either way, it moves, like it drives, it's smooth, it works. It's front wheel drive, like I don't know what to expect. Yeah, I was just saying that I was smoking the back tires, but I'm actually smoking the fronts. There you go, there's a drift. It's got insane understeer. Probably the best part about this is you can pull the handbrake and then just drift everywhere because it's front wheel peel and front wheel weight as well. It doesn't really have enough power to overcome those rear wheels skidding though. You can see me do it here. The brakes are locked. Ooh, she can burn those wheels. Okay, this car is fun. No issues here. Now, you know what? I like this thing a lot. I think more power, maybe double the power would be good. 185 is actually not that bad. I mean, considering what this is, that's not that bad. It has way too much engine. You could get away with like a quarter of the engine. You could get away with less than a quarter of the engine. A fifth of the engine. And it would still perform this way, probably better. That's kind of what we do these days with all the 2-liter or sub 2-liter 4-cylinders that are around. You don't need a lot of power if your car doesn't weigh very much. And without this big iron block in the front, this thing would lose like half of its mass. Even though it is all steel. Anyway, you can probably see what I'm going to attempt to do here. Let's try it. Yes. Well, you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Boys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I have had some fun just getting back into automation, just making some basic stuff. Not going too crazy with it. Last week was beamng, which wasn't amazing. I kind of just changed the topic last minute, but sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Today though, back in automation, just making some stuff. I'm going to be having a lot of fun with my boat for the remainder of this year till the ice comes on the water. And, oh man, the engine. Wow. Till the ice comes on the water, and then next year, and hopefully in many years to come. My family's already been all out in it. My kids and my wife and I, we had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. We just got to get the actual motor working so we don't have to use a trolling motor. More stuff to come. If you guys, here's a plea for those of you who are a little bit more boat savvy than me. I need a cowl for my engine. It doesn't have one, which is one of the big issues and why it's not currently on the boat. I don't know, does nobody sell reproduction cowls? They just don't exist? Like, I think that's sort of the case. The engine is a 2007, so pretty old now, and I feel like I'm gonna have to buy a parts motor, but I'm having a really hard time finding a parts motor. It's just not working out for me so far. I thought about 3D printing something, but I don't have anything to like measure from, so it would end up being completely custom, which would be cool, but that's a lot of work. I don't know. I'd rather just buy one. And then I cannot seem to find parts for these things, maybe Amazon, but I need, like, if I just look up Mercury 99 parts, there's so many different models and variants that, like, it's impossible to find something, so I'm gonna have to do part numbers, but I need an owner's manual, and I can't seem to find an owner's manual. The official Mercury website, it will not show up for some reason. I put in the serial, I click the link, and the link is dead. So I may have to contact their customer service to get something, but it turns out that boats are a lot more difficult, at least boat motors are a lot more difficult than cars and other different things that I'm more used to. So I feel for you marine mechanics out there. I guess that's why everybody has a giant graveyard in the back just to get parts, because it seems like they don't make them anymore for a lot of these engines. And yeah, they're just not as, like, when you have a car, the cars are all the same, but with these engines they make so many different variants that it just doesn't seem like they're as easy to find parts for. Too many sub-variants. Like, even this engine that I have shares a lot of parts with the 8 horsepower, the normal 9.9 obviously is what it is, and then a Bigfoot 9.9 as well, so I don't know. We will find out soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again next time. More nightmares to come. It's Christine 2.0.